Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy Saturday, it is the weekend. So pretty much my YouTube channel, we do unbiased technical analysis all the time, okay? Uncle Charles' strategy is pretty straightforward. What I do is I identify key support and resistance levels and I look for the setups or I use my trading strategy, which is usually I long breakouts of resistance and I short failures of support. Okay, so pretty much that's what I do on my YouTube channel, and if that sounds good, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. It would mean a whole lot. Okay, so we're gonna start this off as always with the flow sentiment filtered for 500k premiums or above. Now the put flow, 85% in the puts, 15% in the calls. We saw at the end of the day yesterday, this was for Friday, a lot of big money's coming in. Big orders out the money puts for August 19 and September 16 date. Okay, so big money overall bearish. All right, we take a look at the dark pool, a little new thing that I'm trying. So you guys saw on Thursday's video when I showed you guys the dark pool orders, we had billions of dollars worth of premium at that 379 level. Okay, now we don't know if these are buy or sell orders, so we want to combine them with technical analysis. So what I do is I use that 379 as a resistance level. Pretty much what I do. So looking at this, you can see that 2.4 billion at the 382.8 level, 1.9 billion at the 377.91 level. Okay, so like I said, I'll use those as pivot points, support or resistance level. So right now those are definitely support levels that I will be watching. Okay, so when combining with the technical analysis, we can assume that these were possibly buy orders. Okay, just like that 379 that we saw on Saturday, those were probably buy orders that, you know, definitely help the market push up. Okay, that's just my guess. Definitely check out Cheddar Flow's YouTube channel. They definitely explain this much more better than Uncle Charles can. Okay, because on this channel I do a lot better with unbiased technical analysis. All right, and here is my Discord. I have a bull case scenario and a bear case scenario as always, so we be ready, we be prepared. And I wrote yesterday, I have, as long as we're above 380, I favor we go fill the rest of the triangle pattern to the upside. I had a triangle pattern that I was watching, and I was targeting 381.5, 382 zone. Above that, 383.5, 384, and 385.5, and so on. And I right here look for calls when a resistance clears, or if a support fails and recaptures. So false breakdown trade setup. Okay, so that's what we do. We identify our support levels, we identify our resistance levels, and we know our trade setups, and we just simply trade it. Okay, so we're looking at the 15-minute candle. 15-minute chart here. You can see this is where the SPY opened. It opened just above the 382 to 381.5 support, broke down that level, dropped all the way down as low as 380.55. So very close to my support level. I had a support zone around 380 to 380.5. So got very close. I still count that as a back test as a support because it did gap up above that critical level of 380 to 380.5 zone. Okay, so it went up, recaptured that 382 level. Okay, that you can consider this a false breakdown, but I didn't enter there because I like to play the second leg up or the third leg up. All right, I try to avoid the first leg. So this was the first leg in my book. It cleared the 383.5 to 384 zone, resistance zone. I had it right there. Got it clear. I saw it clear. I was ready to enter some calls. However, I was waiting for the back test as support so we can confirm more upside, and it closed below 383.5, so support was lost. So I didn't get into calls just yet. However, this next candle recaptured 383.5. That's when I looked to enter calls. It was also, you know, alerted in the group. And I tried to take profits at the next level around 385. Level to level did not work for me this time because it kept coming up short around 384.8. So I took note of that, hit it, reject. So I waited about 30 minutes, and I saw it hit that level again, tested the high of the day again. I just took profit in most of my trade, left a small tiny runner, and it wasn't running much because if you was watching the action yesterday, it was very slow. So I ended up taking profits when it tested high of the day again. Took one trade Not a very profitable day. It was a small, very tiny profit. Chopped the rest of the day, and it did not bounce to 385 to 385.5 zone target until literally the last 1 to 2 minute of the market yesterday. So it was not an easy day to trade yesterday. Okay, so that was how I traded. That's my recap of the day. Now here is the daily chart. Okay, all these lines are all my support resistant levels. Okay, but you notice I'm taking out these lines real quick, but you notice the triangle pattern that I got. Pretty much that is the core pattern that I'm watching as of right now, is this triangle pattern that's connecting June 28th high to July 8th high. All right, as far as the support trend line of it goes, it starts from the high of June 17th, connecting to the low of June 22nd, June 30th, July 5th, and July 13th. Okay, had many tests on the support side, and you can see here we're bouncing to the upside. I mentioned in Thursday's video, watch for that recapture of 380. All right, this purple line is around 380.5 based on the previous low back on May 20th, and the 380 level is based on the on my 38.2 retracement level of my Fibonacci levels. Okay, so very critical zone. We gapped above that, it back tested that zone as a support, and it just continued upwards. All right, closing around that 385 level. Now my next support as of right now is around 383.5, 382, and then 380 to 385, 380 to 380.5 zone. Okay, guys, as long as above 380, I'm gonna favor we go test the resistance of this blue triangle pattern that I got here, and it also collides with this falling wedge, this big old falling wedge that we got here. All right, so that 388.5 is the breakout level of the triangle pattern, but it's also the breakout level of this falling wedge. If we break out of that, guys, that would be very bullish, and I would say look for calls. Okay, could get a rejection from there as well. All right, if we get a rejection from there, it could probably go back down and fill the triangle back to the downside. Okay, so watch that 388.5 level. We get a strong rejection. What I do, I usually don't enter direct that resistance for puts. I watch for it to reject from resistance and wait for it to take out the support level. Okay, so if it tests 388.5, I have a support level or a level around 387, and then 385.5. Okay, so what I'm saying is above 388.5, that's a breakout for two reasons: the falling wedge and the triangle pattern. Very bullish. If we get a strong rejection from 388.5, I would need to see it take out a support level. All right, so above 385.5, I have 387 and then 388.5. So 387 support is below 388.5. Does that make sense, guys? Comment below if that makes sense. All right. Okay, but if it cannot take that 385.5 level out, I'll watch for that 383.5 support. If that fails, we could possibly come back down and test 380.5 to 380 level. I will turn back to bearish if that support is lost. In favor, we go test the support of the triangle pattern, which is around 377.5 as of right now. Okay, guys? So pretty much anything within this triangle pattern is chop. It's basic. So we're going to watch for the breakout or the breakdown. We're not going to be biased. If we get the breakdown, it could favor more downside. Okay, I have some support down there at 371.24. But if we lose that, we could drop that down even lower, down to 363, 364-ish. Okay, above 388.5 though, I favor we go test this pink trend line that I got right here. All right, this pink trend line connects February 24th low to May 2nd low, and you can see here throughout May that level after it broke down was tested as resistant and respected. All right, and it broke down right here back on June 9th. We never quite got a back test as a resistant breaking down this trend line. So if we do break out of this triangle pattern and this falling wedge, it's possible we go up and test is around 398 to 41.5 zone. Okay, for the gap fill, 41.5 is the gap fill. 398.7 is the test of this pink trend line. Okay, guys. So that's what I got for SPY. If there's any questions, please write to me in the comment section. I'll do my best to respond to you guys. Here is the VIX. VIX broke down of this, this triangle pattern that I got. You can see here that's a big red candle. Now, this is not the first time we broke down from this triangle pattern. We broke down from this triangle pattern back on July 8th. Now, what's a little different this time is the actual breakdown of this triangle pattern was July 14th. You can see right there that where it closed just below. So today, Friday, this candle right here yesterday was more of a follow through day, and it was a very strong follow through to the downside. Okay, so now resistant is at 25.44. VIX need to recapture that level to be bullish. As long as below, next support is 23.78 and then down to 22.4, possibly even lower, down to 19.7ish. Okay? Remember, VIX and the SPY usually go in opposite directions. So if VIX is looking bearish, it's possible for SPY to continue to look bullish. QQQ, been talking about this triangle pattern all week, an ascending triangle pattern, and it's still looking bullish, and it's possibly looking to fill out the triangle pattern. The resistance is up there at 296.85, but we want to play it level by level. So the first resistance, the next immediate resistance is at 293.5. So QQQ would need to clear 293.5 to put 295 in play, and then 296.7ish. Above that would be breakout of the triangle pattern. All right. Support is now at 291, 289, 287, and then triangle support down here at 283.47. Breakdown of that is very, very bearish, and it could lead to a massive move to the downside. Okay, and here is the Dow Jones. All right, I had a little small trend line. I actually had a triangle pattern on this as well, something like that. And it looked like it broke out right here, okay? I also had resistance at 312.38. We broke above that, so that makes the next resistance at 313.6. That's this multi-month trend line right here. And above that would be a breakout. It could possibly put 318.85 in play, then 322.86 for the gap fill, okay? Support is currently at 309.5. If that fails, we could see, once again, 305.5 and 306.6 or even lower back in play, okay? IWM, still within this triangle pattern. Usually triangle patterns are usually signs of consolidation. So this is, it's still consolidating overall when we zoom out. And it did recapture that 170 level, back tested it as support, and found some strong buying pressure. So that's a sign that we go fill more of this triangle pattern out, okay? But the next resistance at 174.3. Breakout triangle pattern, though, is 175.6. Above that, it's a breakout and put 179, then 180.78 in play. So support is now 170, and it's also the breakdown level of this triangle pattern. So below 170 is when IWM would be bearish again. Apple, I got Apple in this rising channel right here. We have a couple touches. 1, 2, and 3 touches on the support level. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 level, and that's the 5th touch on the resistance side. But you can see that Apple is successfully closed above the rising channel. Okay, so for next week, that 150 level will be support. As long as above 150, I'm bullish. 151.7. Then a test of 154 is in play. Below 150 puts 148, then 145, then 143.5 back in play. And Tesla, I mentioned about Tesla on Thursday, how above 707 we can go test the upper targets at 727, then 731. Well, Tesla got as high as 730.87. So a few cents off of my 731 target. before it started to pull back. So 707 remains support. If it fails, look for puts. That's a breakdown. All right. 727 and 728.7 is now the next resistance zone. Okay, based on this triangle pattern here. Above 728.7 is breakout. Okay, and that would put 752.3 in play. Okay, guys, so that's what I have for you guys today. If there's anything that, I might have been a little off in how I explained, definitely comment below. All right, because Uncle Charters just woke up. I'm a little groggy, but I just couldn't wait to talk to you guys on the YouTube, so I kind of rushed in and just got into this video. But I hope you still found it helpful. And, and thank you guys for watching and all the support you give me. I hope Uncle Charters has been able to somewhat return the favor, okay? So thank you guys. Peace.